It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and I am behind the lens today as Greg is out running errands and is unavailable to hold the camera for me. And we had some exciting developments in the garden today that I wanted to share with you guys. Yeah, that agave attenuata variegata is just hideous there. But I need to wait until I get some more soil before I can plant it. I'm going to do it over on that side by the window. I think it's going to look really nice there. And yes, I got my plant delivery from Waterwise Botanicals today. And here are the new cactus that I purchased. And no, they are not all going out here. I'm still not sure, guys, what I'm going to do in this space exactly. So that is just TBD. But some of these cactus will go in, well, probably all of them will go in pots. And I'm going to be growing them for interest and for blooms, of course. Okay, let's head on around. I want to show you the plants. It's so funny. I went 2 days ago and, I had my notepad and my pen and I'm just writing down everything that I wanted. And I went way overboard. And I ended up having to revise my order. It was just so fun to buy for myself. I never do that. And I did have a lot of fun, but I did dial this back by about a third. Here you can see all my fun plants. The majority of these plants are going in that long wall back by the fence. That's a really, really large area. And I need a lot of plant material. You'll also see like Athona capensis and cotyledon, pendans, some hanging baskets. Those are kind of earmarked for my pots when I get them done. Greg and I haven't yet landed on shade. We're looking at umbrellas, but we haven't found the one yet. Yeah, because we also are waiting on our furniture to arrive from Amazon. So that's all still, in the works, but that's okay. We have a lot of planting still to do anyway. So Hannah came by today and I went with her to Waterwise to help her pull plants for her project next week. And she helped me offload all the rest of the flagstone from the back of Greg's truck, as well as all of my bagged rock from KRC. So I have the bones of the patio in, or not the patio, but the walk path. And I had originally laid this flagstone out all the way over to the hedge and was not happy with it. It was too thick. So I'm going to do stabilized decomposed granite where you see dirt, and likely put DG under my blue chair back there too. When I trim this hedge, I want to be able to rake the leaves off. I don't want to have to pick them out of rocks. So I'm excited about that, and I think it's going to be a really great idea. Some of you were asking what all these bugs are. Well, it's first of all, it's kind of humid here in Vista at this time of year. And these little gnats are completely harmless, and they are really, really into the amended topsoil. And, normally when I have a big crew working with me, we'd be done and gone to the races by now. But since I'm doing this myself, this amended topsoil's been out here and exposed to the open air for about 4 or 5 days. And, as soon as I get my rock top dressings over top, these little gnats will dissipate. So don't be concerned about that. It's also good protein. I can't tell you how many of these things I've inhaled in the last 3 or 4 days. So also, here we go. Okay, I don't know what to show you first. Well, here's the bagged rock that Hannah, these are 75-pound bags. And she offloaded all of these for me. I had offloaded 4 of them yesterday, but she got all of these. Here's more over here, offloaded for me. And Greg and I and Hannah got all the plants offloaded. Here's the rest of my haul. Look at that phenomenal Kishokan, Bicarnia recurvata. I've got a lot of Petalanthus macrocarpus, which I thought was very kind of undersea coral reefy looking. A really, really cool euphorbia here. I've got euphorbia leucodendron somewhere. Oh, it's over on the other side, okay. And you can see back here all my 1 gallon plants. Look at this milii. Those hot, hot, hot pink blooms. Such a beautiful new introduction at Waterwise Botanicals. I got a couple varieties, and I got my usual suspects of mangaves, one of each, you know, everything from purple people eater to Mission to Mars, everyone that they have basically. Gorgeous Euphorbia trigona rubra. They have some beautiful 15 gallons there right now, and they haven't had any for a long time. So if you're interested in a trigona, get over there fast. Beautiful little Aloe-ferox. I know it's not going to stay little forever, but we'll enjoy it for as long as we can. I've got a big 15-gallon barrel cactus. I got a selection of mammillarias. Also, the jury is out on the grapefruit, guys. I may just get rid of it. There's not much tree left, and this is a really beautiful pot. So I don't know. I may say goodbye to the grapefruit tree. Here's the Euphorbia leucodendron here. I love this plant for a coral reef. I got a number of those, and then over here, check out this gorgeous piece of driftwood from Sea Foam Driftwood. I call Larry Driftwood Larry. This piece he has donated to my garden, and he insisted that I remove it from the arrangement that I did at Waterwise Botanicals. You know, the big mound that I did there a few years ago. This is the driftwood from that mound. Now going to be gracing our garden here in Vista. And I was over there, as I said, today with Hannah. And honestly, you know, Tom, Josh, and I said, oh, no worries, we'll pop a new piece in its place. But I don't know that it needs it. Really, the garden is filled in to the extent where I didn't really miss it. So this is the area that I am going to begin work on tomorrow. Greg and I are going to head back to KRC in San Marcos and grab a couple more yards of soil and additional rock so that I can start laying out this section of garden, and then that gorgeous piece of driftwood will grace that space. Then the last thing, well, not the last, the next thing I'm going to do is this long bed here all the way down, and it will also carry that undersea, you know, coral reef kind of vibe and feel. And no, I probably don't have enough plants, but I'm gonna do my best with the ones that I have, and we'll just see how it goes. Still undetermined where Bentley is gonna do his business. I don't know yet. This area here, and oh, also the gutters, I'm not feeling these white vinyl gutters, so I'll pop all the plants out, use them in other presentations, and, you know, get rid of the gutters. We may be doing something different, this type of thing out front against the garage. We'll see. That's still also to be determined. Here is my big blue glow hiding back there that I brought from Chula Vista. And this area here at the end of the patio, I will likely flagstone this if I have enough pieces. Otherwise it'll be probably DG'd, and that would be a really good spot for Bentley to do his business. He doesn't need a big area, so I'm not worried about it. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, these Celestocactus grusonii that I have so abused that I cut and just left sit here are actually completely fine. They don't care. And here in Vista, you know, it hasn't been over 85 degrees yet, and every day at 3 o'clock, it just cools down. So despite the fact that this is south facing and it's very exposed, it's not prohibitively hot at all. I'm really, really pleased and surprised by how great the weather is. I also have a box over here of goodies. You can see something poking its head out there. That's a Talavera piece. These are the pieces from my garden in Chula Vista. It is the only box that I have yet to unpack. And I've got some really, really cool little pieces of art in there that I'll be unpacking soon, which I'm excited about because I kind of forgot about that. And I found the permanent home for the lemon tree. Isn't this perfect? It's right outside the sliding glass door. The kitchen is right, right to the right as you go in there. And it's the perfect place to pop out and grab a lemon. It's a really hot spot, radiating heat from that cream-colored wall. I think the lemon tree is going to be happy, happy, happy there. And my crested Pachypodium lemerii mermaid's tail, I'm so tempted to put that in the garden, but I'm holding off because, I still have to stage this entire patio with furniture and rugs and umbrellas and pots. I mean, there's still all of this to do. So, for now, I just want to be really, really careful with that mermaid's tail. I don't want it to get under or overwatered, and I can watch it more carefully when it's in a pot. So that's my ramble for today. Just wanted to give you an update. I didn't really do much today as far as the garden. Just running around and offloading plants and going to Waterwise. These flagstones have not yet been settled into the ground. I still have to get my rock top dressings going around them. And, you can see here too that we've got, some little weeds popping up that aren't going to be hard at all for me to just take the trowel and excavate. It's kind of like squeezing a blackhead. It's very satisfying. So being as how this is such a small garden, I'm just going to mechanically control the weeds. No problem. Oh my gosh, what else can I tell you? I don't know what else to tell you. Let's walk the path together. Yeah, this is kind of what I got going. So many of you suggested leaving this cave empty so the grandkids can play in there. And Greg ordered some SpongeBob SquarePants toys. I know, classy, right? But that's okay, so that they can play and create out in the garden too. So I'm going to take your advice, as I always do, and I'm going to leave areas for them to play. And really nothing will be off limits to them out here. They can do whatever they want in Grandma's garden. Just so excited for them to experience this for themselves. Okay, so remember tomorrow to tune in. We will have been to KRC. We will have a bunch more soil and rocks, and I'll have that piece of driftwood staged on a big mound, and you can check out our progress. Also going to be pulling in some burgundy 3/8, like this black 3/8. You can see here this stuff, but in burgundy. I feel like we just need, it's a little monochromatic with all the black. I just need a little pop of color out here, so I'm going to pull in a little bit of burgundy. And, you were asked a really good question. How are you going to water this with all this delicate rock? And the answer to that question is very carefully. I'll do it. It's no worries. I love puttering in my garden. And again, the space is small enough that I can manage it, no problem. So everybody have a wonderful evening. Be sure and check in the comments. And you guys take care, and we will see you tomorrow with another update. Bye, guys.